Okay, and this, the second paragraph goes like this. People who is really in life renounced all worldly activities may be found busily piling up riches and provisions at the end. And in the before it is very much someone has renunciations, they kind of give up the worldly activities. But some in the certainly take changed and busy and collect things and like kind of the things, food, clothes, and provisions at the end. So very much collective persons, strange person, and person who is the very much have a lot lost the sense of the lost. And this is like kind of the sharing or saying the uncertainty of the impermanent. Even in our like kind of the body is impermanent change. Of course, verb is impermanent change, but even the mind is sometimes in the relatively, sometimes looks like good, but we cannot rely on it. And it's changeable. Sometimes our mind looks like positive, but certainly it's changed into the negative. And sometimes our mind looks like negative. It's also possible to change into the positive. And therefore, everything is like very much changeable. Here is more pit instruction, more is like advice. There may be when you want to practice Dharma, and also through when you study these 4 reminders, and sometimes you have recognition of the human existence and realization of the impermanent, understood perfectly, inevitable of the causalities, and you realize it or you understood the defects of the samsaras, and you have such a really enthusiastic to practice Buddha Dharma. But then it's like you think, oh, I'm now really I want, but also taking care that feeling is sometimes changed. It's become the unbelievable things. It's happened. And nothing recognition of the human existence. No thinking about at all impermanent. And also it's like saying it's like causality is like really is a fake. Lot of wrong ideas. And then it's like don't concern any defects of the samsaras. And then it's become very strange and difficult to believe our own individual self. Therefore, it's the movement of the body, speech, mind. It is not immediately to trust. And also it's like, and of course externally change everything. Very much transitory, unreliable, very much deceptive, but our own self, also our body, speech, mind is like maybe it's like today I am healthy, I haven't got any problems about my body. Then it's like we think why I need to think about impermanent, why I need to do some dharma. But this is lack of the understanding, because this is now is the maybe your body is healthy, but who knows? Everything is changing. Just a few minutes after the maybe 1 hour, 1 day, 100% changed. Do you have certainty? Do you have a guarantee? It's never. It's like going like out, and like going down forever. You have this kind of guarantee. Of course, we haven't got any guarantees. There is possible. In this perspective, I'm healthy, but I need to do something quickly to practice Dharma. And this need to develop the compassions. And also others start out teaching and explain to Dharma, but end up as the hunter, thief, or the robbers. It is the truth. Sometimes it's like Dharma teachers. It's possible. It is the teachers also is never like reply their own self. And you all the time saying to the others, you should do like this, you shouldn't do like this. It's Dharma is like this and that, and the teaching explanation, fantastic, very nice. But then it's yourself. Maybe certainly is you lose your renunciation. Not much there is the compassion and understanding of the Dharma is a very much surface and disappeared. No renunciation, no faith, no devotion, no compassion. And then certainly someone's become the hunter, thief, robbers. It is possible, unbelievable. This is like kind of happened. And we don't need to check ourselves. Ourself is impermanent. And now it's like maybe it's externally, maybe yourself, it looks like nice. Really, it's also we are saying, oh, this is Dharma, I want to practice Dharma, you should to practice Dharma, I don't want to do like negative things. Certainly we changed, why not? And the Dharma is like useless, okay, why need to the compassions? I want to like to like kind of hunting. It's like once I heard there is someone it's like in Europe, even some Buddhist peoples fishing, go to the fishing and then they catch it, and of course maybe I hope they don't eat and they send him back, and someone says, what are you doing? Why not? Is this support, to do like this? But this is not really, do not understand. You like give kind of the fake food to the fish, and then you hooked in the fish's mouth and took out, damaged the mouth, and then, nice, send back. How much is suffering? Maybe someone's coming to say, I'm a Dhamma practitioner, but I want to break your nose or like mouth, and then, nice, okay, go away. It's not nice. Like this kind of do not understand, then why not? Why not? All the times religious people say, someone Dharma practitioners say, I don't eat meat, I don't want to steal, I don't want to kill, I don't want to do like this negative things. You are a religious person. And like this, then we think, okay. And this is 100% sometimes this bad influence. It's like when I was young, it's like my mother's is like rule. Children cannot smoke, cannot drink. And then of course, I took vows, don't want to drink. And once with a very good friend, we studied artists, like paintings, 6-7 years we together. And he invited me in his uncle's house. His uncle is like Chinese, like government doctor, very rich. And then there's his uncle, his wife, nobody's there, is his boss. But it's everywhere is alcohol in the cupboard. And he said, let's drink a little bit alcohol. This is okay, no problem. And he put in the glass. No, I said this, I took vows, it's not good. And just a little bit, why not? It's today's party. We are make very nice, happy. Why not? Don't say like this. And then it's inside interest, No, not a yes. No, not a yes. And then finally it's drink it. And after one glass of drink it, so much regret, it's vows broken. And then it's like, I said, it's angry, it's why you do. And it's of course your responsibility. It's a truth. But then it's this, sometimes in the Patrul book says, good friend is like gold. All the times give positive things. Wherever there is, you need to collect it. Negative, the friend says, all the time positive, negative, and give you saying something negative, like kind of advice, negative showing things. It's like poison. Better to give up, never to be closer. It's truth sometimes like this. In this perspective, oh, today is good, but some influence, we also change, become hunter, thief, rebel, something like this. In this perspective, each moment to tell to us what is going on in my mind. Am I really generating bodhicitta? I'm really like doing something benefit myself. And this is very much to check out often and often ourselves. This is really is like practice Dharma. Dharma is like this. And also it's like through this study, 100% these persons, if the persons do, these persons getting better. Like, it's like, how do you say, vaccimon. Vaccine? How do you say, comment on dit en français? Vaccimon. It's like, huh? Croissant. No, vaccimon is a mon is a bigger. Croissant. Okay, croissant mon. Vaccimon, like this. If someone said like they take the changing progressive, and they're more kind, more positive. Then it's really is a fantastic. And in my village, there's some boys beginning terrible. Some is like there's boys or girls is really terrible. A parent, they don't listen parents, and something we are together sometimes place. It's a very aggressive, very energetic. And of course in the village they talk, I think it's not good children. And then possible to go to the university, and then it's in my universities. First time they give you the 37 practice of the Bodhisattva, immediately training minds. Then they start change. 1 year they come back. It looks like very much soft. Like it's like a butter. In the summer butter. You buy butter, you put first in the freezer, and you took out in the outside and the sunshine. After you go to open, it's like kind of mating. Very easy. Like this, all the negative things is melted, become the very kind of unbelievable thing. Even the village people say, now change. Then they start to respect. Then this is example. Like this, maybe in the future also yourself. And how many years do you study the Dharma? Maybe change. If do not change the Dharma, seriously, nothing changing process there is ourselves, better to don't follow up this Buddha. Maybe we can to follow other things. More study Dharma, more aggressive, more study Dharma, more selfish. More study Dharma is like more like kind of strange behavior. Then so why we are follow? And therefore we need each moment to check ourselves. This is very important. And like this, and also sometimes learn the monastic preceptors who they are youth kept older Vinayana, vows made in their old age, and backed the many children, as you say. And of course, certainly they kept the secret parts true strongly, rigorously, and really maybe it's without renunciation. Make joke, okay? Without interest, and just it's also sometimes it's changeable. They're giving the precept to the others. It's an individual liberation vow. So there's themselves as a preceptor itself was also fantastic. But also preceptors, they need to check their own mind. Certainly they give up, and then there's like a kind of aged, and it's like productively, and a lot of create children. And then it's like also it's impermanent. What does it mean? This means is we need to. Why you are laughing? And also often it's taking care like this. And on the other hand, there are also so many people who spend all the entirely you're doing only wrong, but who knows something is changed. Someone says like some is like criminals, like hunters, fishermen, and it's like robbers, killers. These things, and the person is sometimes unbelievable changed. In the end, devoted themselves entirely to practicing to the holy Dharma. It's a truth, many this kind of either attain the accomplishment or it is not, at least by being on the path, when they are die, go on to higher and higher, fantastic rebirth. And where someone appear to be good or bad, just presented, therefore it is but a momentary impression that has no permanence or the suitabilities whatsoever. It's a truth. Externally, something looks like good, something looks like bad. We don't know. It is like, even that we don't fathom ourselves. We don't measure ourselves. Maybe sometimes it's like, there's a little bit by the education, by the condition, by the money, by the something is like things, then it's make up ourselves, is like puffer up. How do you say it? Comment dit-on en français? Can you say it in French? Puffer up. Puffer up. Puff. P-U-F-F-E-R, I think. Huh? Okay, E-D. Puffed up. It's like this. Huh? In Tibet, we have this idiom very much. If someone's going like this, this person's stomach is full of the air, see? And, how do you say in French? Okay. Yeah, and we are like kind of the condition, a little bit something, and then we say it's like even the Buddha is a fly in the front, and just like this. And even the sentient beings is like suffering, and their stomach, everything going out, and it's suffering, there's no compassion. And the stomach is full of the air, and going like this. This kind of sometimes happened, if we do not analyze, and therefore good and bad is very much changeable, it's very much uncertainty, it's impermanent. Externally also like this, in ourselves like this. Sometimes we do not analyze ourselves, do not check our own secret defects. It's very much dangerous and it's changed. Then sometimes also dharmas cannot help. Just the Dharma is become useless. And then it's like, even the Buddha's causing brothers is 84,000 and he can to memorize, but when he died, immediately reborn, hunger goes in the, flowers. Because it's like he can to recite the same as the Buddha what said, but inside he think, Buddha, Siddhartha, and he took Yashodhara from me. And I want to kill him because I want to become king. And then after Buddha, he gave up and the kingdom. And he also, fathers give to other some Buddhas causing to kind of the coronations. And then he also want to be challenged. He came to in the Buddha's communities. He did this like, he want to become same as positions Buddha. And also he make a lot of problems in the Sanghas. And then finally it's like he took some part of the Sangha. Someone says, I am also Buddha. I can to teach you. And like this, sometimes, but he is very learned, but all the times negative emotion, aggressive, anger. Dharma doesn't help. It's like Buddha, he said, and like this kind of, then of course it's like finally he died, become the hunger goes. Then where is Dharma? What is the benefit Dharma? Therefore, is the Dharma benefit or not? When we study Dharma, it's how much changing to become the positive. And also it's like normally when we look some husband or wife is become the Buddha, study the Dharma. Maybe should to be happy. And the families. And why? Because maybe this person is studying Dharma, then this person's to understood the family, partner, and understanding the like impermanent, understand the other sentient, then this person should become the really good person, holder of the families. Sometimes in Europe it's like kind of problems, and maybe take care of them. Sometimes like someone's go to the Dharma centers, they're looking for the girlfriend, boyfriend, and they go to there is something their own perspective, not really is want to searching Dharma. And then is many families is hated problems. Yes, it's my wife went to in the Buddhist center, she got to another boyfriend. Oh yes, my husband went to in the Buddhist center, he said study Dharma, but she couldn't, there is another girlfriend. Then there's a sect, then there's not a very good sign. I don't know, it's like my father, mother, is my children's follow up the Buddha Dharma, become very lazy. They don't want to clean their room. They don't want to make food. They all the time complain, help me, because I'm doing Dharma. They never manage their own life. It's horrible. And then we completely Buddha Dharma damaged. Then in the future, commonly, it's not very good to destroy it. But this is not really the Dharma ways. If really to study Dharma, how it is like very much helpful for the family, very much life precise. Your arrangement, your life is fantastic. You never kind of depend to the others. And when you be in the family situations, you are cleaning room, you helping to make food. Never says, I need meditation, I need to study. Can you clean your like toilet? Toilet everywhere, toilet paper, smelling. Like say my toilet, I'm dead. And like this, can you cleanse? Yes, but I need to study. Yes, but it's impermanent. Everything, ugly things say, Sometimes they a little bit word understand, and they're using this. Everything is permanent. Don't worry. Some things I'm a practice Dharma more important that in state clean rooms. Really, Dharma practitioners not like this. They like kind of the going to the Dharma. And then they changed. They become precise. They are the parents even that. In Belgium, I don't want to say you. One person is become Buddhist and they kind of follow him. And this person, when the child, very, very difficult, like kind of happy way. Everywhere is they put the jewels in here, even in the secret area, it doesn't matter. But very funny, parents, mothers to say something never listened. Dirty they go. And certainly they changed. Once it came to me, it's the first time, I don't want to say that. I said, can you change? Can you change? Okay, we can to study Dharma. If you don't want to change, do not follow me. Do not come into here. You can do your own. Completely change. I appreciate very much. And then the more study and to precisely life is kind of arrangement, not depends the parents and absolutely. And then parents is hated the religious, but they can to say, thank you. When they follow you and they changed. Now our children become really precise. They are arranging that their life is fantastic. They are not dependent. We be very happy. We are not interested in any religious, but if this kind of signal, the science coming, why not? Okay, you can to follow. It's not bad. It's become very nice. This we need to show into our families, to other friends. When we go to the old Dharma center, listen Dharma, practice Dharma, also study Dharma, worse and worse. And someone's look at you, and I make jokes like then someone's like really make fire, Then this kind of happen, then it's like, yeah, then it's not good. Therefore, sometimes everything is like impermanent, good or bad. We need to analyze. If there's a good things, also we need to think impermanent. I need to more to taking care of them. My goodness also is changing how it is going. It's bad. Okay, today I'm bad, but I can tomorrow become better. And like this, it's my responsibility. It's not the responsibility of the Lama, not the responsibility of your family. This is a responsibility, our own individual, absolutely to change or not. And therefore, and it's very important to think about impermanent of the good and bad like this. And also it's like I said, you might feel slightly the disenhancement with the samsaras, sadness, and kind of the renunciation you have to the samsaras. Develop the vague determination to be free of to eat, and take on the semblance of the serious student of Dharma, to the point that ordinary folk are quite impressed. And it's like a kind of certainly you changed. And maybe you have such a renunciation, and you practice Dharma. Maybe you are like kind of 100% become very compassionate, and you like stop the killing, stealing, doing such things negative through the body. And also maybe you before very much gossip person, and changed is like everything. And also it looks like, externally you take on the semblance of the serious student of the Dharma practitioner's point, ordinary folks. In the it's like kind of the external, you are looks like kind of Dharma practitioners. In the monk in the ordinary communities, maybe this person's good. This person's gentle, compassionate, kindness, lot of human qualities. Wonderful, we can to say. And also that moment, maybe he says, want to be your like kind of the potence disciples. But at that point, unless you take a very, it's like a rigorous look at yourself, you could easily start thinking you really are as all other people see you. Then it's like the puffed up with pride. That is this morning I studied. Puffed up. Oh yes, I'm like superiors. I'm quite good. I should to be. People to praise, to say, oh, you are good. And then certainly like a little bit kind of a lot of air is coming into the stomach. Then it's become the big stomach, lot of proud, arrogant, and like this. Then we do not understand, do not recognize secret defects. And externally, we kind of looks like proud, but internally worse than the ordinary peoples. Then it's not very good. Externally, maybe you are taking very much low profile, but inner is very much superior. That we need to think. Do not to kind of have the popped up with the proud. You get completely carried away, the appearances, and start to thinking that you can do whatever you want. This is it's a truth, like a petit lamas, petit teachers, petit like some practitioners. Often this happened. Yes, I have the tatter of the Rinpoche. I have tatter of some teachers. And then it's like a little bit like puffed up with like our own self, and difficult to recognize our own secret defects. And also with Dharma practitioners, normally student, we in Europe particularly, we can to say, some is like conditions. I'm quite, okay, I'm living in the civilization country. I'm civilized. I can to speak 7 languages. And I have very good job. I can earn a lot of money. I'm not depends the Buddha. I'm not depends God. I'm not depends everything. Bye. And then it's like kind of the puffed up with the proud. Then it's not very good. I mean, we can to be like this, but in the commonly, I think it's in the Buddha Dharma's perspective, it is not very good, because we have this kind of proud, arrogant, difficult to see our own secret defects, difficult to see the others' qualities. And all the time we perceive others are evil, not good. all the time is we think ourselves is like superiors, extraordinary. Then it's like we difficult to see that our like secret defect. Then when we can to be enlightenment, how it's like this. And then it's like something is changed the atmosphere, and it's like, oh, it's commonly to pray to say good things. Therefore, also Patrul Rinpoche give advice to the Dharma practitioners, particularly to the teachers, lamas like this. Say, you should to taking care, think about impermanent, and it's like this is very important. This is not only for that, but everybody to need to like this. You have been completely tracked by the negative force. Sometimes it's taking care of them, our mind stream. Mind streams. It's captured by the some is negative influence. It's unbelievable things that's happened. And in this case, it's like all the times full of the arrogant and like kind of the disturbing emotions. And then it's like perceive ourselves is like superiors. And perceive the others are like ghosts, like kind of the fakes. And then it's like, according that, we cannot accomplish what we wanted, and people not respect, people is not really bit kind, because ourself is like aggressive. And poison not just beings, is nobody's beings cannot be there. Even some plant, we say, this plant is poisoned, don't go close, dangerous. Like we become like this, and others is difficult to reach answer. Then it's like we have very strange feeling. But still we don't recognize their faults. They make mistakes. I'm okay. I'm good at things. But this is necessary to take care of them. Sometimes it's like tracked by this negative force. Then it's like losing the renunciation, no compassion, no kind, only the negative these things. And that is we need to check, to change. And everything is changeable. There's no fixations. Change into the positive. Maybe we can just stop 5 minutes. It doesn't matter.